welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited for today's Q&A life update mukbang video. I'm currently in my safe space, the Taco Bell parking lot. You guys know throughout the years I've done so many of these. Every time I'm starting to feel a little distant from you guys, I'm like, you know what, we need to go catch up at Taco Bell, like as we do, as we should. And so I asked for questions over on Instagram. I am starving. I just left a hair appointment. If you guys watched my weekend in my life, I just touched up my hair, feeling very beautiful. I also got a quick trip drink, so like we are living our best life. I've given this disclaimer in like every video I posted this month, but I'm recovering from losing my voice, and if it sounds nasally ever, I am so sorry, so embarrassing, but it do be like that sometimes. But we're gonna hop right on into this. I feel like I haven't sat down and talked to you guys since like the springtime. I feel like I've been doing daily vlogs and chatting in those, but not just giving you guys like straight up answers to any of your like questions about what's been going on in my life, or just like talking about what's going on in general instead of like what I'm up to or my to-do list and stuff. And I want to feel more connected to you guys again, because you guys are my besties. So really quick Taco Bell haul, and then like I said, I got all the questions from my Instagram. If you guys ever want to be a part of Q&As, or you have questions about my life or literally anything, I love doing Q&As so much. You guys can check out my Instagram, so I also do them on my stories sometimes. First of all, chips and cheese of a literally course. If you're not new here, I always get these. These are a fave for me. I got a taco. You all know how it is. I love a good Taco Bell taco. And lastly, I got a little potato wrap. So all in all, we're just living our best lives today. This is Code Red. Code Red from Quick Trip literally slaps. If you're from the Midwest, you know, you know. All right, I'm gonna pull up the questions. We're gonna eat together, hang out. If you guys wanna like grab some food to hang out with me, I'd love to hang with y'all. So, okay, let's get right on into the questions, and I'm going to, I'm gonna eat some of this really quick because your girl is starving. Y'all ever had these like, literally like not even $1 potato wraps? The sauce in it is phenomenal. All right, let's get right on into the questions. I hope this isn't too backlit. I kind of like that the background just looks white, but yeah, we'll have to just deal. Like I said, we're not in a glamorous setup. I'm for real just parked in front of Taco Bell. So first question is, how are you doing with living alone? If you guys didn't watch my recent video, I did a video all about like living alone in your 20s, like my experience and my tips and advice so far. I have really, really enjoyed it. I love it a lot more now even than I did in the beginning, and I think, I guess, time goes on, I've just loved it more. I think that has to do a lot with getting like more comfortable with being by myself and not having other people around, because I've always been an introvert. Like, you guys know I love just doing things by myself. I always love to go eat alone, shop alone. Like 90% of the time, I feel like a lot of tasks are more fun alone for me, unless you're in like amazing company. I just like myself and being with me. But I will say, when I first moved in to my apartment, I definitely didn't like feel alone or struggle with that so much as like overthinking, because there was no distractions. Like, you really come to surface with anything that like you need to heal or work on when you live alone, because there's no quick, easy distractions. Like, yes, you can scroll on TikTok, I could watch maybe whatever, but for me, like, I had to process anything that I've ever pushed off, because it's like, you can't just go talk to a friend because you're in a weird mood. Like, I have to get to the root of the problem. Like, why am I in this weird mood? What should I change? What do I need to fix? Like, what have I not worked through? I don't know. It's kind of like, honestly, a little bit of therapy to live alone, in my opinion. But I will say, like, with time, I really think the overthinking has slowed down so much for me. I feel so much more comfortable not looking for distractions and wanting to be with myself and have peace with myself, living more in silence. In the beginning, I used distractions a lot, which still sometimes like podcasts and YouTube are good, but sometimes it's nice to just literally exist in silence. Like, no one's around to be banging around or asking questions. Like, just existing can be so peaceful. I'm doing really, really well with it, and I'm so happy I made that choice. And especially like this month, I've just been I just feel like living alone has been so healthy for me. I feel like I've processed so much. I feel like I've become a healthier person. I feel like I can really focus on my self-love journey and my independence. There's just so many positives. So I'm doing really, really great, and thank you so much for asking. It means so much that you care. I'm gonna quick eat my last bite of this potato moment, and then we'll get into the next question. All right, let's pop this cheese open. I love me a good chips and cheese from Taco Bell. Let me know if you get these. I can't tell like if they're a popular item because they're so cheap, or am I like, does anybody just get like a cup of nacho cheese? Because I love it. Next question, we'll go with a little light one since we're still in the beginning. Favorite iced coffee drink, like exact ingredients. My favorite at-home coffee is the Delight Caramel Latte. Okay, I got a bunch of questions about this and I just want to address this topic because it was like kind of something. I shared it more on my Instagram than on my YouTube. A lot of people asked, are you in a relationship? How's the boyfriend? Are you still seeing the boy from Instagram? There was like quite a few questions about that, and I wanted to address that in this Q&A because I never talked about the relationship on my channel, but I was dating someone this entire past summer. I put them on, like, I did whatever it's called, like the like soft launch, like private relationship, but not private. Like I would like show small things, but I didn't like make a post about it. I didn't vlog about it. It wasn't on my YouTube channel at all. And I'm not in that relationship anymore. We did break up. Basically, when the breakup happened, I realized I really wanted to talk about breakups and advice for breakups and different things on my channel. I don't know if this is sad to say, but I feel like I've become like very good at breakups and processing them healthily and like moving forward and things. I feel like I have so much good advice for that. I want to do a whole video on like breakup advice. I've had my fair share of breakups at this point of my life. And I realized like I wanted to talk about it, but I didn't even like share that I was in a relationship ever. So it's like I really like didn't show a relationship to not ever have to show a breakup, but here I am, like I didn't show the relationship, and now I'm like I kind of want to talk a little bit about it, just so I feel like I can help other people out who are going through similar things, or like connect on the level that like we're going through the same thing. If you guys DM me on Instagram, I always reply. So anybody who like asked about if I was in a relationship, or if the person that was like sometimes like slightly on my Instagram was my boyfriend, I would reply. And so y'all knew. So there's probably also people who are like asking this question, but I think it was like 4 months that we dated. It was a super healthy, good relationship. Honestly, it was like such a good experience. I'm so glad that I was in that relationship and had that, because I just feel like it's really set me up for like high expectations and positive things in the future. And I just, how much I've even grown being in that relationship, but also post breakup, like how much I've grown in this breakup. I think I've coped with so many breakups in the past. This one I dealt with at such a healthy level where I just realized so many things and things I wanted to work on and things that I want, and it was just really positive. This breakup has been like definitely, like, I'm not gonna make it sound like rainbows and sunshine. Anytime you have a breakup, it's not fun. Like literally the first day of dealing with it, you're like, like what now? But like now that it's a few weeks later, I think it's a few weeks later, I really like processed in a really healthy way. And I definitely either want to do like a podcast when I launch my podcast on breakups, or do a YouTube video about them, because they can be so powerful. Sorry, I'm eating the chip. I realized so many things that I want to work on about myself. Like I definitely feel like I had really strong self-love for so long, and I feel like I kind of stopped focusing on it, and I thought like I got there, so I was done putting the work in to keep loving myself and like fully loving who I am, if that makes sense. And I really realized through the breakup that parts of that I had gone away, because that's something you always have to work on. And so my new focus on myself and bettering myself and treating myself like I deserve to be treated has been so powerful. The like couple weeks after a breakup, something every single time in my life, like I want to like start new things. I'm like so motivated in all areas, because I'm just like ready to have that dream life, and I can like, you're in total charge again. So also, anybody who's going through a breakup, look at it as like you are so powerful. Now that you're alone, you can do whatever with your life. You can decide to be whoever. You can really morph into that dream person without any questions asked. There's just so much I could say. You guys can tell I'm kind of passionate about breakups at this point. So if you guys want to see like a full video on breakups, my advice, and also just like singleness, I am so happy single right now, and I'm really coming like into myself. And I don't know, I think the concept of like going on first dates and stuff and being picky, something that sometimes I haven't been, sounds fun to me. Like, I'm just so excited. So grateful for the healthy relationship. So grateful for where I am now. All great things. I'm gonna hop off that topic though, because it's something I definitely wanted to touch on. I don't do a full video on it. That's also to say, you never know what someone's going through, and I really like realized the truth of that when that was happening for me, because obviously right after the breakup I didn't have this like surge of like motivation, like excitement about the opportunities of life, you know. And it was weird because I was like, I don't feel like sitting down and like filming a peppy vlog or being like, I'm so excited to go to class today. Like obviously the first few days after a breakup, you're not so excited about life. You're not sunshine and rainbows. It's not those feelings. And I feel like I wasn't posting that much. My stories, I was actually posting like more on my stories than I had been. But it was just like kind of showing what I was doing. And it's so crazy because I just realized I was like, people who watch my videos don't know any difference from today to 2 weeks ago to like a few months ago when I was like on a trip with this person. Like you never know what's actually happening, especially in influencers' lives. So one, like, let's stop romanticizing influencers' lives to the point where we don't think that anything bad happens to them, or that they're never going through anything or handling anything, because a lot of times don't show it. Like, I definitely have filmed a sponsored vlog in that time period where, like, I wasn't in the mood to, like, peppy talk to the camera, if that makes sense. But you do it, and people have no idea. So I think that I also just kind of wanted to say that any influencer you watch, you're seeing what they're showing you. So when I was kind of in like my not super happy stage of everything and really letting myself emotionally feel things, I think that's so healthy. I realized, like, you guys don't even know the difference unless someone talks about it. So obviously I love to share everything about my life and overshare on the internet. But just goes to show you, like, one, if your favorite influencer doesn't post a video for a week, like, it might not be because they're lazy. Something might be happening in their life that's bad. And you guys are so nice and respectful in the comments always about anything and everything. But I know some people's aren't. And I just want to say, like, just remember, everyone you watch on the internet is real people. We get broken up with. We have different things to deal with. We have all those things too. So, okay. A full video probably coming because I'm feeling very passionate on the topic of singleness and breakups right now, as we can see. Okay, that will kind of just feed into this next question. Someone asked if I'm seeing anyone. This wasn't like directly about that relationship. No, I am not, but I'm definitely open to going on like first dates and stuff. I think that would be fun. So I want to be more available and just say yes to things and experience things. And also, I'm in this new phase where I really want to be more high maintenance and more picky. Might sound super confusing. Again, I want to do a whole talk on this because it's a realization I recently had in this like stage of realizing things, because breakups can like mentally just be so powerful. There's a point of being like enjoyable and being someone who is not like, pushover is not even the right word, which I can definitely be, but just being so low maintenance that it's like, what do you want to eat? I don't know, whatever you want to eat. What do you want to do today? Whatever you want to do today. Like, no, like, I know what I want to eat. I know what I want to do today. I know what I like. You know, I'm very close with myself. I live alone. I spend a lot of time with myself. Like, I know what I want. And even like in a relationship, like I can be very passive in the beginning dating stages of being like, everything's good, everything's fine. And it's like, you know what? No, I'm going to be more high maintenance. Like today, an example in all areas of my life, even outside of a relationship. Today at the hair salon, they asked if I wanted water. I did want water. Past me would always be like, no, I'm totally fine. And it's like, I'm not just like existent to be convenient for people, you know? And I was like, you know what? Yeah, you can be so polite. I was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. I would love water. Sounds so dumb, but if you're someone like me who can just be so compliant with everything, I will go out of my way to make other people comfortable to such an extreme. That's my number one thing I'm working on right now, and I want to work on going back into the dating pool. I want to like have those high standards for everything, and also in the aspect of not being so convenient. Like, I know what I like, I know what I want in somebody, and also I'm so bad at like, I want to go on first dates so that I can also have the experience of being like, I don't like someone, I don't have to go on a second date with them, because I don't have to be so convenient, so readily available, so okay with everything. I don't have to be okay with everything. I can be a little high maintenance. My goal right now in life is to become more high maintenance. Another topic I could do a podcast on. Okay, I'm gonna open up my taco while I talk about this next question. But somebody asked favorite part about Mizzou/Columbia. Favorite part of Mizzou is I really like the students there, and that might sound weird, but just like in general, the students are literally, it's a very like diverse atmosphere where there's so many personalities, so many interests around me, and that's a way different experience than my first college. I just feel like everyone is so themselves, and I really love that about Mizzou. Favorite thing about Columbia would definitely be like, I think the downtown area is so cute and how walkable it is. I love that I can walk everywhere. I just feel like a little romanticizing my life, fairy walking everywhere, and I love it. So yeah, it's been a very good switch for me. Okay, next two questions kind of go together and they're asked by the same person, so I'll answer them together. When is your podcast coming out? I'm literally sweating, guys. If you guys see my upper lip right now, goodbye. And what main topics will your podcast entail? Podcast coming out super soon. I've said this forever. Basically, honestly, I was working on launching it a lot when that breakup happened, and then I really wanted to take time to like focus on self-love and stuff, so I didn't launch anything. And I had like a big small business launch. Like there was just a lot happening in life, and there was like school stressors, lots of outside things going on, even besides what I've shared with you guys. But so many things are ready to go. Like I've filmed the intro episode, I've made like the platform, I've done the cover art, I've done the description. I did all these things because I was like prepping to launch it then. So basically like as soon as I have time and like the mental like wellness to like want to fully commit to it and fully do it, which I believe will be in the next week or two. I just want to do it right and make sure I have like plenty of episodes already recorded where I know that like I can fully commit to posting every week and like grow that audience in a way where like I am actually following through with what I say I'm gonna do. Like if I say I'm gonna post on Mondays, I'm gonna post on Mondays, if that makes sense. But it's like ready, guys. I'm really excited about it. I wish I did not wear this sweater. Also, Taco Bell worker like was fixing the trash bag and they like just fully listened to that performance, but it's like they're getting that behind the scenes of the video, right? Okay, and then topics I want to talk about on the podcast: positivity, living your best life, becoming your dream person, of course, like I've kind of talked about in this. I want to talk about breakups. I want to talk about becoming less available and more high maintenance. Some people don't need that. The Karens of the world don't need that, but I'm going to talk about how to do that in an appropriate way where you're still like such a grateful, loving, you're going to be a better person to be around because you have preferences. I have like, oh, so many good points for that I want to share with you guys, but I'm going to save those. And I want to do I want to do advice columns. I want to talk about relationships. I want to talk about friendships, family stuff. Literally, like, I want to just give you guys the dish, help you guys out, and let you guys hear from my life experiences, different things I've learned, so that you don't necessarily have to go through those things to learn what I've learned. So I think it would be very, very, very fun, and like, I think it'd be a really positive community, and I feel like I really do have so much I want to sit down and talk about. I love videos like this, but I know a lot of people like my like lifestyle vlogs and different things, which I love doing too, and shopping vlogs. So I think having a platform where I can sit down and talk, y'all know I can literally talk for days. My videos where I talk are like 30 minutes long, so okay, on a less positive note, someone said least favorite thing about living alone. Least favorite thing, and this is something that I'm working on. I know that I've even given advice that you should do this, but you have to reach out to people if you want to see people. If you don't text people on Friday and say like, what are you doing? And nobody has texted you, you're not going to see anybody. Like, you're not going to do anything fun. So like, you have to be willing to like stick that arm out and like try to make plans, which might sound dumb, but I'm so bad at this. Again, I think it's because I've just conditioned myself to be so, I want to be so easygoing, so nonchalant, so easy, and it's like, no, like, if I want to make, like, people don't just have to invite me places, like, I can invite other people to do things, which might be common sense, but, like, hasn't necessarily always been for me, just because I always feel like inconvenience asking people what they're doing, or if they want to do something some night, and I'm done living like that. Okay, somebody asked, do you think it's better to have a separate Insta from your YouTube channel? I think no. I think be authentically yourself. I know when I first started, and you have to like post like an influencer, but you're not an influencer yet. You might be like embarrassed and like be like, what are my friends gonna think? Own who you are, own what you love. If you're creating a YouTube channel, that means that's a passion of yours, and you should like share that with everyone. And anybody who doesn't want to see it, they don't need to talk crap on you. That's on them, and that's like a personal thing they need to work through if they choose to do that, but they can just easily unfollow you. So I would say post it on your personal, own who you are. Okay, someone asked, how do you budget? Also, we've made it to this point of the video. We always hit this point. You're a real one if you made it to this point. So we're turning AC on because I am sweating so bad. All right, I'm gonna answer a few more questions. I'm gonna do these, sorry my car's beeping, a little more rapid style because I know I've been talking for forever. Somebody asked, how do you budget? I talked about this in my living alone video. I could do a whole video on budgeting. Okay, one is I try to only buy stuff that I know I already have the money coming in to like make back for what I'm spending, if that makes sense. It's like rent, utilities, coffee, anything. I wanna make sure like I'm filling my bank account back up with that money. The only exception for that is like if my bank account drops because I paid for school, that just is what it is. Like that's a lot of money you have to make back. But a big thing for budgeting for me is just always like making sure I'm taking the control of like the amount I need to spend. I need to put in that much work to make sure that I'm making that money back very like quickly, if that makes sense. And then somebody asked, what's your favorite and least favorite thing about social media? My favorite thing about social media can be really negative for people, but for me, it's honestly such a positive thing, has positively impacted my life in so many ways. I find so much inspiration from the people that I follow. So for me, my favorite thing is that it's so inspirational for me to watch other people living their best lives. My least favorite thing would be that it does hurt some people's confidence. And I just never want like my Instagram or my YouTube or anything to ever be something that people watch and they feel bad about themselves or their lives. And that's why I do want to try to like make a point to talk more about like topics like you don't know what's going on in someone's life, but like this just happened in mine and that could be going on in someone else's and you have no idea. Like no one's life is as perfect as it seems, but I wish that social media could impact like everyone so positively. My advice for that is if you're following someone that don't make you feel good, even if it's me, unfollow them. Like you need to prioritize your peace, prioritize your happiness, and you deserve that, and you deserve to feel good. All right, you guys, I'm gonna end this video here because I've been talking for 12 years. I hope everything I said made sense. I know I can get on like rants and like spiels, and I have so many more spiels I want to go on. So like subscribe if you want more random spiels by Grace. But thank you guys so much for watching today. I hope you know that you're loved and valued, and even if you're going through something hard right now, you're gonna get through it. You're gonna come out the other side. Find the power in that. Like I said, like a low time can really make you like realize like you have the power to turn your life around and turn your perspective around and focus on getting better and loving yourself better and doing more things for you. So yeah, I love you guys so much though, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.
Baby, shine through and come and save me. I've been missing lately.